Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. Alright guys, so let's get into it. Today we have a story for you guys about Jibri, aka Sparkles Bell, and his wife Miona Bell, and an update about their split. So we've done a couple of videos recently about these two and their alleged split because, well, we know that Jibri went to Southeast Asia, Thailand recently on a soul-searching mission. Meanwhile, Miona Bell has remained in the USA, and she's been posting these pictures with a mystery man, and she's been giving out hints that she is no longer with Jibri and now has a new man in her life. Now, the last couple of videos that we didn't exactly know who this guy was, and so it took some people, some digging, some of these internet sleuths. You give them some time, they always find out, exactly what's going on. And now we know who the person that Miona allegedly is dating is. And so that's what this video today is going to be about. Now, before we get to the Miona part, I also wanted to give you guys an update about Jibri. So since we're talking about one, we might as well kill two birds with one stone here and talk about what Jibri is doing because, yes, like I said, he was in Thailand, but I think he left Thailand and he is doing something else. So what exactly is Jibri doing? I really think that Jibri, sometimes he kind of loses his mind and he just does things like he got a neck tattoo, he got a head tattoo. And, we covered that video a couple of weeks ago where he was getting his skull tattooed and it looked just visibly painful. So I think that he is the kind of person that just does things on a whim. It feels good, so he does it. He doesn't really think about the ramifications. He doesn't really care. And that's kind of how he lives. So Jibri Bell reveals what's next after his Thailand trip. And is he going back to Miona? No, he's not going back to Miona. I can tell you guys that right now. So Jibri Bell is leaving Thailand to pursue his dreams, sparking breakup rumors with his Serbian partner Miona. Jibri has been alone in Thailand for the past several months and recently announced his departure, hinting at something big ahead. Despite the speculation, Jibri hasn't publicly addressed his relationship status, keeping fans curious about his marriage and recent move. So Jibri Bell shares that he's leaving Thailand to follow his dreams. The 31, I think he's 30 or 31 years old, got married to his Serbian partner Miona Bell in season 9. Or did he? Because there were rumors that they got married even before that season aired. But regardless of that, he loved and encouraged her and helped her promote her business on his social media. Unfortunately, something changed in 2023 when Jibri unceremoniously moved to Asia to pursue new things. Now, he didn't move to Asia. I think he went there on a part-time soul-searching mission. He was in Bali. He was in Malaysia. He went to the Batu Caves, and then he was in Thailand for some time where he's been spending time with monks and getting tattooed all over his entire body, really. Now, he stopped posting about Miona and removed most of her pictures from his Instagram. Jibri's actions instantly sparked breakup rumors among fans, and he didn't do much to prove them wrong. Miona also fueled the rumors by removing Jibri's mentions from her social media profile. Now, Jibri has spent his last few months in Thailand alone. Recently, he posted a throwback photo and revealed that he has decided to move away from Thailand. He wrote, "I'm leaving Thailand this week to depart on another quest." He dedicated the post to his mom and said how much he missed her. So let's take a look at what he's saying here. Now, some of you guys remarked this, and I kind of agree with you guys. Jibri has this tendency of kind of appearing as if he's putting out a message to his mom, but really the message is about himself, because I really think that when you put out these personal message to family members, especially to your mom or your parents, I don't think that Instagram is really the medium to do that. I think a private phone call or a private message is really how you do it if it's an authentic message that you have to say to your family members. When you're putting it out on social media, you're putting it out there for show. You're putting it out there for publicity. And so I think that Jibri just kind of has these things twisted in his head. He thinks that he's talking directly to his mom, but of course he's really not. It's really about kind of satisfying his own ego and his own narcissism. He says, "Hey mom, I just called you and you didn't pick up, so I'm going to write you this and post it on the gram. I didn't want anything. I just wanted to tell you I absolutely love you. I'm so thankful and grateful for you, and I can't wait to see you again. Sorry it's been a year since we last saw each other. I know you've been busy running your business and helping change people's lives. I'm so proud of you. I've been learning so much about myself in Southeast Asia. I'm leaving Thailand this week to depart on another quest. I'm following my intuition, my dreams, and listening to God and the universe. I'm no longer scared of the dark, literally and figurative. I'm ready to push beyond my boundaries and really make my dreams come true. Thank you for enrolling me in martial arts as a kid. Thank you for showing up and supporting me at every talent show and sporting event. Thank you for always keeping me laced with some fresh kicks and fly clothes. Thank you for providing and putting food on the table. Thank you for being resilient and strict with me when I was going down the wrong path. There is not a day that goes by where I don't apply and utilize the lessons and principles you taught me. I love you, Mom. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with the message. It's a nice message. I just don't really see the need to publicize that unless you're doing it for yourself, unless you're trying to use this as a PR exercise. And this is really the problem with Jibri, is that he really exhibits this kind of toxic positivity where he pretends like he's positive, but really it's not really all that positive. He's often gone on his love and light rants whenever people were critical of him, and whenever people were saying, hey, Jibri, you know, that girl Miona, she's batting you, she's using you, and he would often put people down, just like you guys saw on the tell-all, and then he went on a rant attacking other people and saying their relationships won't last. So he kind of gets these things confused in his head, and he doesn't realize that his positivity, it's not really positivity, it's more like negativity that he himself somehow transforms in his head into believing that it's positivity, and then he puts it out there. And so I really think that he should have just put this as a private message to his mom, but of course he wants the clout, and I think that's really what it's about with Jibri. So let's finish reading this, and then we'll show you guys who Miona's new man is. So he also talked about his future and revealed his next plan. So he's going to do something big. So why did Jibri move to Thailand? Well, he moved to Thailand without Miona in mid-2023. He had a fruitful relationship with her, but suddenly stopped talking about her over the last few months. And it was in October that the 90 Day Fiancé Season 9 star shared why he had moved from the USA. He claimed that he came to Thailand to deepen his knowledge of meditation and control his emotions. While Jibri has implied that he's still with Miona, he hasn't publicly ended the breakup rumors. Instead, he has only made people more curious about his marriage status and the reason for his recent bizarre move without his wife. Well, he said that it's a soul-searching trip, and there is only one reason why you'd be going on a soul-searching trip to Southeast Asia or anywhere, would be that your life is just not working out, wherever you are. And so I think that's just the way it is. While Jibri hasn't revealed much about his next adventure, he could do a few different things. He may want to resume his passion for singing after failing at it over the last decade. So he started music at a young age. He formed his music band, the Black Serbs, and continued working in Serbia. Unfortunately, things never picked up, and in 2022, Jibri released his solo song with Miona on his private channel. He stopped mentioning his band much or associating with it. He may have decided to restart his band, and kickstart a new music career. He's a master planner and very active on social media. He probably avoids the topic of Miona to keep the charade up. Jibri may still be married to Miona, but he understands that not replying fuels the rumors. Okay, so enough about Jibri. Let's go and let's show you guys what is going on with Miona Bell here. So this is not really the freshest news, guys. It's been out there for a while, so I've been meaning to get this news out to you guys. So if you guys have already seen this and you're already aware, then you already know. But I've noticed that not many people have covered it. So these were the pictures that we originally saw, and we covered this a few weeks ago. And this was when Miona was at a restaurant, and we saw these, hands here, and they're very obviously not Jibri Bell's hands, right? So that was the first picture that we saw. However, this internet sleuths did more digging and found out that this is the man to whom the hands belong to. So his name is Terzel Ron, and he supposedly lives in LA, California. I'll show you guys his Instagram in just a second. And I don't know why he's wearing a wig here. I don't know what's going on here. Supposedly he does lots of red carpets. So this sounds exactly like the kind of man that Miona would be going after, right? So that's one picture right there. And here is another one of Terzel Ron. So this is the guy. This is this is the man who Miona allegedly is dating. Now, if we look at his Instagram, it says here that he lives in both NYC and LA. I don't know how he does it with the cost of living today. I doubt that he lives in both. He probably travels between both. And he's a senior producer at The Oprah Show, an editor at Revolve TV, and he's a co-CEO of Sound of You Live NYU, something at CNBC. I'm not exactly sure what that means. And there you have it, guys. So that's him. So I think really the big thing is that he is allegedly a senior producer, or was, I'm not sure if he still is, at The Oprah Show. And so, he's involved in show business. And, I don't know if this is, I guess this was about him. So an article about how this 25-year-old makes $150,000 a year and invests almost half of what he earns. I'm not sure if that's about him. I guess it is. I don't know why else he would be posting that. Here's another picture of him. In Palm Springs. So Palm Springs, guys, that's I believe that's where Miona and Jibri also lived, right? So that makes a ton of sense. Progress, not perfection, so this is supposedly who Miona Bell, is dating post Jibri Bell. So just a few things here. So he's a little younger than Jibri. So he's supposedly 25, 26, something like that. So he's about Miona's age. Jibri's about 30, 31. So that's number one. Number two, he's involved already in show business, at least according to what he's saying. So he, I guess he has some connections. I'm guessing that this is what Miona sees as the draw for being with Terzel. Now, I'm going to tell you guys one thing. So, I look at Miona's Instagram and I look at her comments, and she has, I don't know if these are fake comments. I don't know if they're her army of, simps or like just fanboys, but a lot of people are going on her Instagram and saying, hey, Miona, I'm so glad you dumped that deadbeat Jibri. He was a total deadbeat and everything. And as much as I don't like Jibri, I'm not a fan of Jibri at all. And, you guys, if you've tuned in to when we were covering Jibri and Miona, I think we were roasting them on this channel more than anybody or anywhere else. We were calling out Miona for her blackfishing, which it seems like she's toned down recently, kind of interestingly enough, ever since the accusations kind of got out of hand. And once we kind of pointed it out, people were seeing it everywhere. Like, how is this white Serbian girl looking so dark? It's so weird, right? And so, from the blackfishing to the just cloud fraud that they were doing, Jibri pretending like he was selling his ripped pants for $25,000, if not more, selling NFTs. All of that was complete fake, phony, just complete phoniness. It was all done to get some clout, and we called them out every time that they did it. So by no means are we friends of either of these two people, but I will say one thing. A lot of these people, I don't think they understand that, in my opinion, Jibri Bell was the brains behind that little operation called Miona Beauty, which is not much of an operation, as much as Miona is going to try to sell you that if you look at her Instagram, that it's a big thing. And, Jibri said they're multi-millionaires. I've looked into the stats. Nobody was going on that site. Last time I looked, and that site hasn't picked up any steam whatsoever. It's all a bunch of baloney, guys. You cannot believe anything these people say or do, because they've always been about fake it till you make it. Pretend like you're a millionaire, and then eventually you'll become a millionaire. Pretend like that Mercedes or that Porsche that, you are pictured with, and I can show you guys the picture of that. Pretend like that really belongs to you and you didn't rent it out, and eventually it will belong to you. Eventually you're going to have it. Now, maybe Miona still has the Porsche, but I haven't seen many pictures of her with that Porsche recently. This was something that they did all the way back in 2022. So it's funny that Miona deleted all of the pictures that she had with Jibri, but not the pictures of the Porsche. So it just kind of shows you what her priorities are. However, recently, she's not pictured with any Porsche. If we look at her Instagram, don't really see much of a Porsche anywhere in there, right? So we just see her trying to pawn off her very cheap, her very fake Miona Beauty ponytails that is just basically cheap Chinese garbage that anybody, you or me, if you guys want to start a business, you go on Alibaba and you can buy these ponytails or makeup brushes or whatever. You can buy whatever product you want on there, and you can buy them in bulk. So the more you buy, so instead of buying one, you buy 20, you buy 50, you buy 100, and then the price goes down depending on the quantity that you're buying. So this is really the scheme that they're doing, and I've looked into it. I saw her exact brushes, her exact ponytails. I've looked into it at the time, so I know that this is complete baloney, but there are some people out there that just don't know and that will fall prey to these practices, to these people that are pretending as if they have an original product, when in fact they just create a label, put that label on, which the company on Alibaba will do for you, and then they will ship you that stuff or ship it to directly to the customers, depending on the kind of contract or the kind of deal that you have. So most of that stuff is fake. And so I've always called him out for it. But like I said, my theory is that Jibri Bell was always the brains behind the operation. And now that he's no longer in the picture, Miona might need somebody to help her, try to make it, because Miona thinks very highly of herself. And you can tell when you read some of her comments, she believes she is a star in the making, a star doing what? I don't know, because when she was on the show, she was god-awful entertainment, god-awful TV. Looked like she wanted to not even be on the camera. But since then, it seems like she really desperately craves to be famous. And, she desperately wants to make money by doing absolutely nothing but selling fake stuff. So the point of that being is that I think Miona is going to suffer without Jibri, because Jibri actually, in my opinion, for all his flaws, and he had tons, I think he actually did love Miona, which is weird to say, and I don't think that she really loved him back. I never really saw that body language, and clearly she kind of dumped him as soon as the 2-year expired, and she was free to do whatever she wanted in the States. She completely got rid of him, and then made all these digs, because we went over this, about how, she's allergic to broke men and things like that. Yeah, they did those things, all of those things, faking all of those things. They did all of those things together. And yes, I don't think it worked out exactly as they tried to convince everybody. For one, am not very surprised that it didn't. And I'm not surprised that this relationship didn't work out either. But there you have it, guys. The Miona's new man. So Terzel Ron. I don't know if we're going to see this guy on the show. Based on what I'm seeing here, I do feel like this is another thirsty person that is trying to infiltrate the 90 Day Fiancé universe and trying to get some clout from this. And this is most likely a relationship based a little bit on a quid pro quo, or, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Terzel has a little bit of, some experience, in show business. Miona has, some clout from being on the show. And so I guess they're thinking that if they combine those two things, they're going to blow up. That's really what I think about Miona. That's how I think that she sees the world. Is that going to work out? No, I don't think it is, but they're going to try, and we'll see if TLC brings these two back. I hope not. But you guys let me know what you think. Would you guys like to see Miona and her new man come back on the show? And would you guys like to see Jibri come back on the show, perhaps on The Single Life? And perhaps we could see his journey as he's trying to find his way in the world, in Southeast Asia, or whatever crazy thing that he is doing. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.